Hello. Hi, everyone. This is Lisa returning with love and light to everyone. Today's video is going to be a little different because, first of all, excuse me because I'm having some issues with the sinuses due to pollen, etc. But it was important for me to be on here today because today is the anniversary of my mom's passing. She passed away today 3 years ago during a shutdown. And I want to talk about how I'm feeling at the moment because this message of how I'm feeling and what I'm going through is going to help somebody else. Because I know there are people out there, some known and unknown, that are going through a newly experience with someone that they love who passed away. And it's important for me not to just heal and help myself, but to help others. And everything that I'm doing here is from personal experience. Before we get started, I want to let everyone know I'm not a therapist of any sort. I'm just talking from my personal experiences about grief and healing and what's helped me to heal so far. And I want to share that with others because the experiences I have and the way I heal might be a help, um, some kind of helping hand to someone else here. So I'm having a little bit of a difficult time today, but not as bad as I did when my mom first passed away. Um, yeah, today is the anniversary of her passing. And because of the shutdown, we had to have an online service. I could not leave Massachusetts to go to New York because that's where she passed away from. And that's where I grew up in New York. And I had my last phone conversation with her probably a week and a half before she actually passed away. And she was like really grasping for air because she actually passed away from COVID. And let me tell you, it changed my life, guys. It changed my life. I'm not afraid to be vulnerable and show that I have feelings. And anyone else who's going through this should not be afraid also because it is also part of the healing process. You're not going to heal if you keep these things inside. You're not going to heal if you just pretend the elephant is not in the room and nothing is happening. You're not going to heal. It's just going to take longer. Trust me on it because I've done all these things. I've tried it, and it doesn't work. Healing, allowing yourself to feel the pain, allowing yourself to go through every emotion that is associated with grief is one way to heal. Because if you're going to pretend it's not there, then the healing process, I promise you, is going to take longer. So I'm here to talk about it. And it's important that we talk about this so that we can get through it. Like I always say in all of my videos, my past videos as well, you're never going to get over the huge loss, but you definitely can get through it. And we're going to talk about it here today again. It's hard for me to be here today, but I think it's important because I'm here in a natural, meaning that there's no pretense, there's no trying to gain anything. Everything here is about helping others because going through this process and talking to other people, people are suffering. And especially, guys, during the shutdown, I lost about 10 people, like a domino effect when that happened. And people, people who don't care, have an attitude, get over it, and that's not the way to be because when you lose a lot of people, the attitude that we all are going to pass away one day, yeah, 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 but no, this is not it. When you're losing groups of people at one time due to COVID and etc., during a shutdown. And at that particular time, we didn't know what was going on, what was going to happen. It was scary, it was upsetting, and then on top of that, you're losing all these people. No, no, it's not okay to say get over it. We can get through it by healing. We have to go through the healing process. And if anyone feels like, oh, well, that's part of life, and they have that attitude pertaining to your healing or pertaining to your grief and how you're feeling, then I would just, stay away from that attitude and work on the healing because that's so important. So today is the day that I spending time reflecting on my mom's passing and how it's making me feel at this time. There's so many things that are happening that I want to share with her. So many things that she taught me, and she, even towards the end of her life, was sharing with me that I should be doing, that I wasn't doing, that I am doing now, and it's working because those words of encouragement, advice, etc., that she has been telling me about is working. And I just want to share that with her. But I know her spirit is still around me, even though she's not here in the natural. But so many things I want to share with her, good things that she would be really proud of, and that I never listened to before. So after her passing, I changed my life for the better in so many ways. Today, I am pushing through all the emotions that I'm feeling, the sadness, the tears, because I don't ever want to be or stay in a place of depression because that is not what my mom wanted me to be, in that place. My grandmother spirit is all around me as well, pushing me through these feelings. Allow myself to feel it, yes, allowing myself to feel these feelings. Anyone going through grief due to the passing of a loved one, you must allow yourself to feel the feelings. One of the things I encourage everyone to do is to get connected with a therapist. That is so important. The family that I come from initially don't believe in therapists. They think it's for somebody who has mental issues, and that is not the case at all. We all need help. We are human beings. Don't be afraid to say this. Don't be afraid to say you have faults. We all do. Ignoring the faults and pretending they're not there is what is not okay. It's okay that we are human, we have flaws. We need to get the help that we need, especially the mental health related to losing a loved one. It's important to take care of our physical and our mental health because if we don't do that for ourselves, no one else can do it for us. And if we're not okay, we can't take care of the things around us, family, children, etc. We have to be okay first, and that is so important, people. I tell you, it's very important. To whatever state that you're in and you're watching this video, please Google all of the grief counselors in your area as well as the grief counseling groups because those things are going to help you. And you don't have to share your information business with anybody else. Just do what you need to for yourself. It's not anybody else's business. So today I'm pushing through these feelings because it's what my mom wanted. I am always going to keep her memory alive, talk about her, talk about my relationship with her, the storytelling, the zest for life that she had. And she actually passed away from COVID, hooked up to a breathing machine. So I am, and my last conversation with her was her telling me how she loves me, which meant everything to me because I didn't always do what I was supposed to do like everybody else thinks so. I have problems with my mother as anyone else did, but she was my mom and I respected her and loved her very much. And she taught me a lot. And believe me, the things that she taught me that I wasn't putting into practice that I'm doing so today has changed my life for the better. By being on this platform, I know that I'm helping other people because people need to hear this message. It's like having an elephant in a room and pretending it's not there, walking all around it and saying, it's not there, but yet the elephant is growing and getting bigger. That's what it's like when you're not healing the pain and the grief that you're feeling. It's important to do that. I tell you, I didn't want to do the therapy at first, but it was necessary because when my mom first passed, the day after, I ended up in a hospital overnight, which I don't really talk about. And my then neighbor took me to the hospital, but I'm going to talk about it because it's going to help someone here. And I was so sick behind it. And she helped me, took care of my dog, helped me when I came back home, etc. No one knows what I went through. I don't know what my sisters went through and their experience, but for me personally, it was hell for me. And it took a long time. And the healing doesn't happen overnight. However, working with my therapist has helped me to put into practice the assignments he's given me to do to help myself so that I can look at my life and so I can grow. And then, to help somebody else, so that they can grow, knowing that your loved ones do not want you to be depressed and sad and feeling this way for the rest of your life. They want you to embrace life to the fullest. And that's one of the things my youngest sister and I talked about mom. She wants us to live our life to the fullest and to be happy with this life. And for me to know that her spirit is always around me. One of my aunts who passed away before my mom did on my father's side, who I was very close to, I spoke to her, Aunt Aretha, about 3 times a week, maybe more, towards the end of her life. And she promised me, Lisa, I may not be here in the natural, but I'm going to be there in the spirit realm and I'm going to help you. And I believe that. For people who don't believe it, I have proof that that is real. I mean, she's been there, my grandparents, my mom, and I take comfort in that. And, they're not here in the physical to talk to, but I can talk to them, on a spiritual level. And that's so important that I'm able to do that. But for me, mostly prayer, staying in prayer with God every day, asking Him to help me has helped me tremendously. Because you really truly find out who is in your corner when you're going through situations of grief and you're in a lot of pain and depression. When the people who were around me, who I thought were my friends, I realized they were not. And at first, you're in a place of cloudiness and pain, and you don't see those things until one day I woke up and saw that, and I had to cut people off. Because if someone is not supporting me in my darkest moments, why would I want them there in my life during the good times? It's important. Someone who's really, whether it's family, friends, or etc., if they're not there for you during the darkest times, and then you gravitate towards the light, and God brings you, you know, out of that situation to help you to grow and heal, and that person um, is not there for you, then they don't need to be there during the good times, in my opinion. And that's what I do. And I'm very serious about my growth and my healing. And if it means to cut people off who are not supporting that process for me because it's not going to help me grow, then so be it. And I'm just telling people to do what's important to help your growth. I'm not telling you to do what I do, but I'm just telling you to do what's necessary to protect your growth and your healing. That's important, especially losing a loved one. And in reference to family members, when my mom passed away, and I'm going to talk about it here, I'm not going to go into details, but I'm going to keep it brief. I have one person. We have a huge family. My grandmother had 12 children, 11 who were living. I'm not sure about everyone, but one person reached out and gave their condolences to me out of this huge family after my mom passed away. And it made me realize who was in my corner, who was not, who doesn't care. And that's fine because I needed to see that so that I can continue to keep these people out of my life and know, you know, how they truly feel or whatever the case may be. But it helped me to grow and to heal. and to move on, because God has my back. I have a few people who do have my back, and that's important. And I take that and run with it. So appreciate the people who are there for you, especially during your grief and your grieving period. If someone got your back, please always keep them around. But it just showed me who was there and who was not. And now I'm going to talk about what I've been talking about with my youngest sister about making arrangements to visit my mother's grave. And I want to do that. It's going to be very difficult because, as I told her, I'm not sure how I'm going to be affected when we're actually at her gravesite. So my youngest sister seemed to understand that. So that's going to be something I'm going to be working on doing really soon. And as that occur, I will give you details about how that goes. I also want to talk to everyone. I didn't want to make this video so long. However, it's important. I have been working on developing a seminar, as I've been speaking about in these prior videos. And a seminar is going to be held on Friday, May 19th. It's going to be an hour and a half. I don't want to give all the details here. I would like for people who are interested in attending the seminar. We are here in the Massachusetts area. So if you can attend May 19th, please send me an email to my email address. It's lowercase, everything lowercase. Lisa, Lisa Vaughn, V as in Victor, AUGHN 410 at gmail.com. Once again, Lisa Vaughn 410 at gmail.com. Please send me an email letting me know that you're interested in attending the seminar, and I will send you the details. That's important because it's going to help other people who may be privately grieving or whatever the case may be. Please come. Refreshments are going to be served as well, so you don't have to worry about that. There will be plenty of refreshments there as well. So if you can attend, please send me an email. And also, I wanted to talk about here, because I have a little outline so I don't forget. It has been brought to my attention that a few others were trying to book services on my website, and there's an issue going on with booking at the moment. So please, if you're interested in the services that the small business offer, which is VMT consulting, please also send me an email in reference to that, and I will respond, and we can schedule through my email as well. So for those, thank you for listening today. And the emotions I'm having right now is sadness, besides sinuses that's going on because of the weather. But please never give up on yourself. Have self-love. That's important. I had to learn self-love to love me, because if you don't love you, who else is going to love you? If you don't take care of you, who else is going to take care of you is so important. And don't expect this process to happen overnight. As I always say, it's just like a little baby learning to walk. They don't get up and just start walking. They take one step at a time, and then one day they're walking. So allow yourself the time you need to heal so that you can grow. And once again, please get the necessary help, because it's important, and never be ashamed of it. So I will be back once again in a few days. Thank you all for listening. Please hit that subscribe button, the like button, and most importantly, share this video with others, especially those who need to hear it. Thank you for being here today, listening to Lisa's Love and Light, shining always. Thank you, and everyone have a great weekend. Bye for now.